Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on the aircraft carrier Chkalov. And this thing is powerful. Even after the nerf, this thing is powerful. Let's get into it, guys, real quick. As with the other couple ships we've had to start off the week, this ship is in the shop, and it is also a ship that you can get for global XP. So unless you really want to spend your balloons, I would also wait and get it with global XP. That being said, guys, if you like aircraft carriers, they don't get much better than Chkalov, even after the nerf. I constantly see these things. They're way out there now that they're back in the shop. Obviously, a good carrier. So if you guys didn't know, they made it so that you have to skip the bombs twice before they hit some. It doesn't matter. It still wrecks destroyers and everything. Let's get into the build. Yamaguchi and Ernest King as our inspiration. We're using swatting at flies, one-way ticket, out of sight, burn baby burn, torpedo master. Now, you could 100% build these with different skills if you wanted to. I 100% could see that. All right, I don't consider myself a carrier pro. This is for beginners. First slot, we're using flight control 1. AA mod in the second one. The third slot is concealment as always, and the last one is air groups mod 3. For consumables, you get damage control, and they do last a long time, by the way. Consumable duration is 60 seconds. You also get 4 fighters. You also get 3 fighter patrols to use with your sets of skip bombs and HEs. These skip bombs are absolutely crazy to take out destroyers with. I have even getting in this ship the first time, my first match, I took out both destroyers in the match. That being said, the torpedoes are also really good. As you can see, the torpedo damage is over 25,000 when you have all 6 of them dropped. All right. That's before reductions and all that, but these things are pretty good all the way around. The torpedoes are good, the HE skip bombs are good, and trust me, if you get the opportunity and you want to change the match, don't worry about damage. Go after destroyers in this thing. It is an absolute murderer. Um, Survivability, 51,000 hit points. Doesn't really matter. If you're spotted for too long, you're dead. Okay? It's aircraft carrier. Aircraft, as you can see, we've already went through this, guys, here really quick. But fire percent chance, you can see 49%. These also, if you were wondering, pen 68 millimeters of armor. So basically everything but belts are going to get penetrated by this. Most of the time, guys, what I would do is drop the skip torpedo, the bombs when I'm using at a cruiser or a battleship. I try to line the ship up in between the second and third line if I can with them to make sure I'm not hitting the belt. You'll see that I don't always do a great job of that. Again, you have secondaries on the ship, no main guns, obviously. Not much to write home about. AA defense with their boost, pretty solid. But again, if a carrier focuses you in this thing, you're going to be still taking damage, right? Maneuverability, 32 knots. Terrible turning circle. If you get spotted in this thing, it's rough. Concealment, 12-7. Your aircraft carrier. You don't want to get spotted if you can help it. Right? Stats. You can see I have played this ship a total of 3 times. Right? I am not a good carrier player. I can assure you, even with this, I'm averaging 75,000 damage in the first 3 games. My first game was awful. I got it when the ship came out. It's probably my first carrier match ever. Just, during that carrier update. I played it twice, right? First match, uh, killed both of the destroyers. We won the game. Second match, you guys are going to see. This thing, as you can see, I am no expert in this carrier, and it's still easy to play. Alright? This is still a crazy good carrier, in my opinion. Armor, as you can see, you actually have a belt on this ship here. Let's see if I can get to it. Where is it here? Come on, show it to me. Where's the belt? 100 there. I mean, listen, you're not going to be trying to want a belt shells, right? So you could see that you're wrapped in 19, so battleships overmatch you. That being said, that's your citadel. Pretty big. Sometimes can be deceivingly, you won't get, I wouldn't rely on it, but sometimes it can be a pain in the butt to actually citadel a Chkalov once in a while, but most times if you're in an accurate ship and you know where you're aiming, this thing's going to be dead pretty quickly. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am an above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, folks, we, as you can see, put ourselves steering towards the island. We want to hide behind that island, get closer to the fight so we can affect it. Now, we're taking HE bombs. I'm looking for destroyers, right? That's what I'm looking for. I'm not seeing one right away, so I'm going to go ahead and line up on a solid player here. I do know who this is, sadly. So right off the bat, we're going to go after him. You can see where I lined him up. And on the skip bombs, we get 2 fires right off the bat. 6,000 damage. Not too bad. So we see the destroyer. We're going to actually ping him so everybody knows what destroyer that is. Now, I would go after the destroyer right here, but I have just put a damage fire on a good player, or a damage control on a good player. We're going to line him up, try to use the skip bombs again so you can see where we line him up. And he does actually is moving forward a little bit into our line. And you're going to see we're going to shatter some of them because we did get him on the belt. However, we get 2 double fires. Now, my next little bit in this match is going to be hard to watch. First of all, the second time in this carrier in a year. Obviously, only have 3 matches in it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to annoy the crap out of this destroyer. Now, I only have torpedoes. I don't have HE skip bombs. We're going to do our best to annoy the crap out of them, right? Keep them off our battleships and cruisers, and just try to affect the game the best we can. We did put a double fire on that battleship that we did start with here. One thing I will say, we're just going to drop these to try to make them dodge them, and then hurry up and try to get skip bombs back. We were spotted there for a second, as you can see shots come in. That being said here, we're going to take the HE skip bombs out. And you're going to see some really poor aiming by me, like I said. I actually thought he was going to continue to go forward. He actually, you can see he's slowing down. I do miss my shot. And terrible aim. Alright? Terrible. And I'm going to have a few drops that aren't good in this match because I hadn't played carriers in a while. This ship with both torpedoes and your HE skip bombs, you don't want to drop planes off right away like you do other ships too. I want to let you know that because you want to actually, each plane does in fact drop, so you can use all the planes off the bat. So As you can see here, we're going to drop some torpedoes out. Again, on the Ragnarok. We're going to go head back out. Try to focus on that destroyer again and find them. Kind of something you got to do. When we have terrorized a solid player that is coming in, we did set a double fire on him. And now we hit him with a few torps. Now, we're going to come in and you're going to see yet again probably another bad drop here. He actually drives in front of the line, and you can see we're going to do absolutely nothing to him. You have to wait for the bombs to hit the second line. Alright, 2 mess ups. Outside of that, me just getting used to the ship again, you're going to see we have a terrible start, 29,000. We, however, have, even being bad, we have really annoyed this destroyer, and we have kept him off of... he has not been super productive now since the beginning of the match, right? And that's what we're trying to do. Now here we do have HE skip bombs again, but the destroyer obviously sitting in the smoke. Not much we're going to do there. We could blind fire into the smoke, but not knowing where he is, not going to be ideal. So here we're going to line up again, and we're going to be a little bit in front of where I wanted to be. We still are lucky enough to get a little bit of damage and a fire. And again, kind of just making sure that, as you can see, we get really good depth strike on that Wami. Nice shot, dude. We're just flying over to make sure when that destroyer comes out, we are going to, in fact, go after him again. But in the meantime, him sitting in the smoke is doing himself no good. And in the process of doing that, we're going to have some teammates actually go ahead and sneak up on him. And now you're going to see me be more effective with the ship again. Now that I got into it, I'm getting a feel again for it. One thing is try to make sure you're lining up the shots to kind of bounce and hit the ship. Again, try to get it in the gaps of the lines. You can see a couple times where when I didn't do that, a better aircraft carrier would have had a very, very good game, right? And the Yukikaze, because he's hiding from me in the smoke, has now got himself in a world of hurt. So even though we didn't kill him like we did the other destroyers in this, you can see from the earlier part of the video, we still made his life not fun, right? He basically just ran and then hid in smoke. That was his game. For the most part. And as you can see here, we're going to start dropping torpedoes. Now these are a little on the slower side, but man, when these hit, they hit pretty good. And as you can see, the destroyer is down. Now they have no destroyers. I'm going to solely focus on battleships. As you can see, we hit the Vanguard pretty hard with 4 torps. Again, we are going to head over that way. Now, as you see later in the match here, we don't have as many planes to offer out, right? And again, now we are gonna try to focus on this battleship and get him burning. So, biggest thing with these skip bombs, you can do damage. The fire chances are so good though that even if you mess up like I am, I mean, I'm terrible at this thing, and I have been altering matches in it, right? Like both matches I messed up the destroyer so bad they had played almost no effect in both matches. Alright, and that's a big key with this, especially them HE skip bombs. You saw me kill them destroyers pretty easily with them earlier. Now I was a little bit dumb in my aiming in the beginning of this match, as you can see, but outside of that once I got locked in, as you're gonna see, we're gonna start aiming much better with them things. Now, again, we are starting to rack up some damage here. Now, granted, they are battleships, but you can see we hit 5. We do a significant amount to Vanguard. We get a flood on him as well. That poor guy is not happy, because I believe he was burning from us too before that. So, not ideal, and we've really quickly helped our team. Now, I could have a much better game if I had went after the carrier and tried to shred some of his planes. I didn't know how effective the carrier player was, and I was more worried about the destroyer beginning a match, and I feel like that's a better way to go. But here you can see that Saipan actually had a high caliber, so he is doing pretty well. Again, even me being dumb here, guys, and not lining shots up there. You can see if you put a ship on the line, you've seen me do it a couple times, the shells will shatter. But to be fair, they still have a good fire chance, so you're going to be effective with them. But try to line up ships where they're going to be in between that third and fourth gap, in my opinion. Like that's going to be, or the second and third if you want. The only downside of this ship, it's a little bit tough to get used to aiming. You know, the torpedoes have a long distance to go before you can hit ships with them. The HE skip bombs, you kind of got to line up a little bit of distance. Outside of that, which is not hard to get used to, as you can see, I'm already starting to get used to it. Ship is crazy effective. This is, I think, in most people's eyes, there's no debate what is the best carrier at Tier 7. I just think it's a very good carrier, even after the nerf, right? It's still, I think it could use another nerf, to be honest, especially going after destroyers. I can't believe how good this thing still is at getting rid of destroyers. Especially if you have an idea where they're at and you can line up early, as you're going to see me take another not great drop, but it doesn't matter because I get 2 fires, right? And that's the beauty of this thing. You don't have to be good to be effective in it, as I am proving to you guys right now. So we're now going to go after the carrier, and we're going to put our carrier on autopilot to try to get closer to him. This Saipan has actually been a nuisance. You know, like I said, I didn't have a good score because I didn't really shoot down planes. Everybody else on my team is going to shoot down planes. As you can see, I put a fighter there to try to shoot down some of his planes. So it is going to hurt my score, and it's a carrier. It's not like you're going to get a ton of XP in carriers normally. Here, we're going to start dropping on him, and he is actually going to be paying attention, and he's going to start turning. So we're going to drop some torps on him, and then try to get out there again on him while he's dodging, because he's actually going to do a pretty good job coming up here of dodging our stuff, as we do get one of our torps to hit, and we do have a flood on. And I can tell you that I always forget the carrier damage cons are longer. We go in here to line up our our skip bombs. You can see pretty well lined up this time. Much better lineup, as you can see, and we just shear a bunch of health off. Obviously, he was under damage con. Otherwise, we probably would have had 75 fires on that drop. Now here we're going to drop. We're knowing we got to get some of the HE skip bombs back. We're actually going to drop early. And the reason we're going to drop early is if he's going to drive in a straight line, right, he's going to eat these torps. If he dodges them, right, he's going to put himself broadside one way, one direction or the other to me. And I understand that. And you can see he did see our torps coming, dodged to the left, and now he is fully broadside to us. So you can see we're going to go ahead and hit him again. Actually putting a decent hit on him. 3 fires. Right? 3 fires. We get 6 full pins. And you can see once you get the aiming down in it, it took me a while in this match to do it. Not hard. This is a pretty cheesy carrier to use. And voila, we get a kill on the destroyer. Have a solid match. Probably we're pretty decently close to high caliber, actually. But wish I had taken down some of his planes for XP. That being said, you can see we clearly helped our team win the match. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time. Have a good one, folks.